Welcome back again. I'm back again today to share with you another book review. And the book I'm going to review for you today is going to be on The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmerski. This is the Create Space paperback. I was lucky enough to get a copy of this from the author, and I got it signed. I got this around the time it was published. And that's the this is the one that you will get if you buy it in the store. I have both copies. The author did not get me this one. I bought it for me, and since this is the one that you're gonna get, this will be the one I use to review it. Same cover, which I like. Fine. And then the back, and I'm gonna read you the back. Sometime, some, Sometimes life takes you off course. 20-year-old Cameron Bennett thought she knew exactly where her life was going, but after a wild night at the hottest club in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, she shocks everyone, including herself, when she decides to leave the only life she's ever known and set out on her own. Grabbing her purse and her cell phone, Cameron boards a Greyhound bus, ready to find herself. Instead, she finds Andrew Parrish. Sexy and exciting, Andrew lives life like there's no tomorrow. He pursues Cameron to do things she never thought she would do, and shows her how to give into her deepest, most hidden desires. Soon he becomes the center of her daring new life, pulling love and lust and emotion out of her in ways she never imagined possible. But there is more to Andrew than Cameron realizes. Will his secret push them inseparably together or destroy them forever? And that's it. And I have a little surprise for you. Before I jump in and start my review, I'm going to have a little surprise that I'm going to do for you. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so cool. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. Yeah, I think you're going to really like it. Okay. Little music going on here. This is not it. Sorry, I can't help that. It's a song playing for you. Okay. I'm going to tell you the story of this book. Basically, this is about Cameron, and after living this very exciting life that she always thought she wanted more out of life than just doing the same competitive life that she lives. And I think what really took for she realizes she after kind of losing her best friend, nothing exciting is in her life anymore. She almost feels like she has no purpose in life anymore until one day she just, out of spur of moment, grabs her purse and a few essential things and leaves. She boards a Greyhound bus, determined to find herself. And I think she finds more than she bargained for, because she not only finds herself, but she also finds happiness. She finds Andrew, and he finds Cameron. They find each other, and it's the most beautiful book I've ever read. I probably won't even tell you very much of this. Just the beautifulness that is of this entire book, because I don't read contemporary romance like at all. But when I started reading this, I could not put this book down for a minute. I've read this book twice. Read one out of this copy and one out of this one. The song I'm playing is called "Poison and Wine" by the Civil Wars, and it is a constant theme throughout the entire book of this song, because I feel like it fits them as people, and they're so gorgeous. They are so good people, because he's willing to do anything for her. He's willing to show her that there is more life than what people expect of you. Just because you're set to go to college, just to accept you're to go into this new job, just because you're set to do this or to do that, does not mean you have to do that. It's not written in stone. You can you can be anything you want to be. And these two characters, Cameron and Andrew, they talk about things that are so uncomfortable. I mean, and people don't want to talk about uncomfortable things. I'm actually in a way kind of like that in a way. But you know what? Talking about uncomfortable things, it is a part of living. The best thing I can Bookworms Talk with Hand, and I'll link her channel below. She told me she said in her review, the best thing I can describe this book is about these two people's journey on how to live. And that is the perfect summary to this book. It's perfect, and it fits, and it's beautiful. This beautiful story of these two amazing people that they want to be good people, and it is such a beautiful story. I'm actually almost getting emotional just talking to you guys about it. I've never read a book in my entire life that has made me cry until I read this one. Go Jessica Redmerski. This book pulled me into so many different. I felt all the feels with this book, and I know this is just going to be a really rambling review about it, but one of my favorite parts about is where she was drunk and she fell on the bathroom floor, and he's with her, and it was in his perspective, and he says, I promised her that I would sleep wherever with her, and I meant it. There's a quote that Andrew says in this book that is, I wanted to make sure to say to you guys, because I'll say again, a book talk is true in every aspect, and it is. The heart always wins out over the mind, although reckless and suicidal, and the mask of all its own always gets its way. And it is such a beautiful quote. I mean, this whole book was beautifully written. I normally tend to really like third person point of view, but this is first person, and it is written so beautiful. Because you have these two characters were kind of annoyed with one another throughout the book, and they found love. They found love that is so strong and so beautiful that you never want to put this story down. You want to live in this book forever. You want to be with these people forever. You want to keep reading them and just listen to them argue and listen to them be. The letter that Andrew wrote to Cameron, it took me a solid almost half hour to fully read his letter because it was so emotional, and I cried for so long just trying to read the ending of this book, because at the end of the book, spoiler alert, if you haven't read the book, please go away. Andrew is diagnosed with cancer, and it's horrifying. And we get to the end of the book, it's chapter 40, and we think he's dead. And at the last possible second, he touches her shoulder, and my heart skipped a beat. I've never in my life read a book like this that I did not know what to do with myself in this. When I finished this beautiful book, I stopped reading the book, and a wave of emotions hit me like a truck. So many feels, so many fantastic feels and emotions I felt in this. And I think what's really great is there's so many, like, they go on road trips and they listen to all these amazing songs. This book made me love the Civil Wars as a band. They're one of my favorite bands now, and I just loved it so much. So very much. It was such a beautifully written book. And J. Redmerski is amazing. It's a time bestseller. It's 465 pages, I loved it. It pulled all my heartstrings while reading this. Sorry if I didn't really tell much about this book, but this is my review. I kind of can't really review this book like most people, but It's amazing, and I highly recommend you guys to pick this up and give this book a shot because it was one of the most amazing books I've ever read in my life. This is my #1 favorite book of 2013, and I got to read this book before it was picked up by Forever and Central Publishing. Yeah, pick it up, guys, because you're gonna cry at all the sad parts. And even if you've read this book, do not tell your friends that it's sad. Don't even say that. Just say it's about these two people. I'm gonna steal Hannah. I'm gonna steal your part. Just tell them that it's about these people's journey on how to live. And I think after they read it and they experience everything that you did, I think they'll be grateful for that. And this is my review of The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmerski. There is a sequel, which is called The Edge of Always, which comes out in paperback on January 14th. I am dying to read it. I'm really excited. I'm just really excited about it. I really hope you guys have enjoyed my review. Hope you guys have enjoyed this enough that this has made you want to pick it up and read this beautiful story between these two people. And Jessica Redmerski, J.A. Redmerski, thank you so much, girl, for writing such a phenomenal novel. I can't wait to read everything that you write. I'll read no matter what you write. So I thank you for everything you've done. It means the world to me and many others that you have written such a beautiful story that I can see myself rereading and rereading for many years to come. So thank you for writing this and just giving this beautiful story for the world to read and enjoy. This is my review over The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmerski, and I will see you guys in another video for Jeremy's Epic Reads. Look for my Pretty Little Liars reviews for the first 2 books coming up next, and I'll see you later on another amazing installment of Jeremy's Epic Reads. Goodbye.